Hey, what's going on, guys? So I thought I would give you some of my experiences working at Home Depot this time. I mean, you guys heard about my Big Lots experience, and that was my first job. But now I ended up quitting Big Lots and I went to Home Depot. And Home Depot is my second job, and it was a great job. I have to say, with the utmost respect, that was a great job. So basically what happened was I applied to Home Depot and I got hired as a seasonal lawn and garden associate. The basic things of the job were, helping customers, customer service, bringing down product and, moving product forward on the shelf so it looks better, stocking freight and all that stuff. So basic retail stuff you gotta do, answering phone calls, doing all that stuff. I was hired seasonal for lawn and garden, and I ended up, they ended up keeping me, so I was there for quite a while. I was part-time the whole time, so pretty fun, nice and easy. I was getting paid quite well, $9.35 an hour, something like that, and it was just ultimately a fun job. And later on, I ended up getting my licenses on the lift equipment, so I was able to, operate all the equipment that, Home Depot had, which was like a forklift, an electric pallet jack that you could ride on, an order picker, and a reach truck. And there was also a slip truck as well. It's a little different, each one is a little different. Home Depot was ultimately the best job I've had. I learned so much from the job that, I was able to use in real life, and I just learned about everything, like electrical, flooring, plumbing, working on wood and stuff. And I learned so much stuff that I'm so thankful for. Just so much knowledge was just driven into my mind. I always wanted to learn and everything, so I took so much knowledge from Home Depot, and learning how to drive the lift equipment was a big plus as well. So I was able to add some forklift experience to my resume and everything, so which will help out eventually, I'm sure. So yeah, I worked in lawn and garden for, I don't even know, a year and a half. I got transferred into receiving. I was like, I really want to work in receiving, and there was a guy that was in the position already. Well, he ended up getting fired for drinking on the job. Basically, he was at the bar, like the pizza place next door, like across the street from us, and he was sipping on some beers, and like the manager came in and he's like, "Are you on the clock?" And he's like, "Yeah." And he's like, "Whoa, you can't do that, man." Because, he's driving lift equipment, unloading trucks and everything. So he ended up getting fired. And I was like, this is my job right here. And they're like, "Yeah, man, well, we'd love to have you back here." And I was like, "Okay, sweet." So I ended up starting in receiving, which was very fun as well. So basically, I worked from... That position was from 5 p.m. to 9 p.m. every day, all right? So, Monday through Friday, 5 p.m. to 9 p.m., 4 hours, 20 hours a week, which was less than, I wanted to get. Obviously, I wanted like 30, 40, as much as I could get, so I get some money going. Because at that point in time, I was like paying on my car still and everything. But, like a week later, the managers were so cool. Like, they were just like, "Yo, you want to stay longer?" Because at 9 o'clock, the night shift crew would come in at 9 o'clock, and, the manager would be like, "Yo, you want to stay a few more hours, as long as you want to." And I'm like, "Sweet, dude." And there was times I would stay till like 1, 2 a.m., 5 a.m., just do like 12-hour shifts, whatever, a few times. And, it was nice, so I was getting some bank, and, 2 a.m., I stay up till like 3 a.m. every night anyway, so, I mean, might as well be making money, right? So I was there for a while. In receiving for about, I don't even know. I was in receiving for about 6 months or so. So at that point in time, I was there for 2 years. So basically in receiving, it was very chill job. From 5 to 8, I was there by myself. At 8 o'clock, someone would come in from the night shift. He came in a little early. He was a cool dude. And then at 9 o'clock, the night shift would come in. So from 5 to 8, I was like solo, man. Just do what you gotta do, right? So the RDC would come every day. Rapid Deployment Center or Distribution Center. The basic truck that we get every day. So, it's just a truck full of pallets. And you have the slip truck, which is a stand-up forklift, battery-operated type machine. Very fast, actually, though. The speed on that thing is insane. Very fast. I mean, holy crap. crap, dude. Like it only went like 13 miles per hour, but I mean that's fast, dude. It's really fast, especially in like a small enclosed environment. It was just such a fun machine to drive, just the funnest machine ever, dude. And so basically you would unload the truck. It'd take like maybe an hour or so, because basically what we had to do was there was mixed pallets in the truck, right? So you'd have just these massive pallets with thousands of pieces on them, and they're just all mixed. They're just all mixed from every department, and we have to get those ones out. So we have to get all of those out. So we have to unload the entire truck, put the mixed pallets in a certain spot, out of the way, and then all the normal pallets that have just like the one, water heaters on them and insulation and everything, we put them back in the truck to save space, because we had very tight accommodations as space was concerned. So we would, then once we got all them out, we got all the other stuff back in. You got to set up the carts and sort out all the boxes, like here's the flooring cart, here's the building material cart, here's the electrical cart, and just sort everything out from the mixed pallets, so there's no more mixed pallets left by the time the night crew comes in. And on top of that truck, depending in like the summer, we would have in the summer we'd have like truckloads of potting mix and dirt and just like peat moss and just so much different gardening items, like just pallets on flatbeds, and then you would do that as well. And then the SDC would come, the specialty distribution center, from overseas items that we'd get every 2 or 3 times a week. And then you'd have New England Motor Freight coming, and you would have so many other companies, and you would have lumber trucks coming, so you're outside on the forklift and just unloading lumber trucks and potting mix and just all this stuff. And it's just really, it's a lot funner than you would think, just driving a forklift and just being a badass, you know what I mean? But yeah, later on, after I worked in receiving for quite a while, it came to about 2 years and 2 or 3 months that I've been with the company. Throughout all the fun that I've had in the company, there was just one common problem with one of the managers. He was just a straight dick, and I really just couldn't stand working for him anymore. Every day he was just right behind you, just asking you why the hell you didn't get shit done. And I'm like, yo, I got like 4 trucks today, and you expect me to do everything in 4 hours? It's just not gonna happen, man. You could check the cameras. I've been busting my ass all night, and I did as much as I could do, and that was like every single day. And I was just like, dude, I gave him my phone number so he could call me and shit, but he just called me so much. I'm like, dude, don't even fucking call me anymore. I'm not gonna talk to you anymore. I couldn't stand him anymore. I'm sure he was a good guy outside of work, but inside of work he was just a complete dick. Sometimes I have bad hearing, and just from listening to loud music in the car, and basically he would be like, yo, do this, and I'm like, what? And he'd be like, fucking do what I told you, because I couldn't hear what he was saying. He talked so quietly, and then when I would ask him what did you say, he would just get pissed off. And I just, it was just everyday constant new shit going on. He would bring over a box, right, and be like, yo, Kyle, put this out whenever you get time, take your time though. And 10 minutes later he'd be like, how come you didn't do what I told you to do? I'm like, dude, you just told me to do it whenever at once. So just so much dumb shit, and I just couldn't take it anymore. So I quit, and then I got just the worst job ever after that. But I'll tell you about my next job in a later video. This video is so much longer than I thought it would be. I thought it would be like 4 minutes. It's like 12 minutes almost. So yeah, I could talk about Home Depot for days. I can make like 7 more parts on Home Depot because it was just such a great job. But we're gonna end it right here. So this is my experiences working at Home Depot. And yeah, that's really it, guys. Peace out.